Okay, we need to talk about security. About protecting your most valuable assets. And for me, well, the single most valuable asset in the entire world, it lives in my fridge. You heard me right. That amazing, irreplaceable, hazelnutty goodness. That's my treasure. It's the very core of my happiness, and it has to be protected at all costs from certain, let's just say, tiny, furry, and way too cheerful pests. You see, my fridge isn't just some cold box. Nope. Think of it like a database. And inside that database is the most valuable data you can imagine, my chocolate spread. So the big question, the one that keeps me up at night, is who gets access?
And here they are, our unauthorized users, the lemmings. Now don't let their size fool you. They're clever, they are persistent, and they have one single goal in life, to get their tiny little paws on my spread. This is a battle of wits, people, a digital Cold War, and it's being fought right in my kitchen. So to win this war, I need a gatekeeper. And that's pretty much what authentication is. It's like the bouncer at the club door of my fridge. And it's asking one simple question before letting anyone near the good stuff. Are you really Grizzy? It's all about proving you are who you say you are. My first idea? Oh, it was brilliant. So simple. I figured, I'd start with a classic, something straightforward, a plan so simple it couldn't possibly fail. Or so I thought. A trusty padlock? I mean, what could possibly be more secure? I'll just set a secret combination and bam, that's it. The lemmings can try all they want, but there's no way they're ever going to guess my secret code. This is absolutely foolproof. So my simple padlock is actually a perfect stand-in for the most common type of digital security out there, password authentication. You provide a secret, a password, to prove who you are. It's simple and it's used literally everywhere. Ah, right. So there was a slight flaw in my plan. Turns out, I seriously underestimated the lemmings' ability to try things very, very quickly. This is what we call a brute force attack. They just kept guessing over and over, automatically. Until, click, the lock popped open. My spread was vulnerable. Okay. Plan A was a total disaster. Clearly, just knowing a secret isn't good enough. I needed to get way more sophisticated. My new plan? See, it's about more than just a code. It's going to involve your location and a very, very specific ritual. So here's the new plan. First, you have to be in the right spot, the back door. No exceptions. Second, you have to perform the secret knock. Only when both of those things are true will the fridge unlock. It's a two-step process. It's unbeatable. And this little strategy of mine brilliantly illustrates a real technique called host-based authentication. It doesn't rely on a password you know, but on where you're connecting from, your IP address, which is like my back door, and who you are, your username. If the system recognizes both, hey, you're in. The problem, it turns out, is that the lemmings are, well, they're everywhere. They were already at the back door, and when I was practicing my super secret knock, yeah, they were listening. They just copied my location and my knock, and just like that, they were in again. That's it. No more Mr. Nice Bear. If simple plans won't work, then I'm going to build something so complex, so layered, so overwhelmingly secure that not even an entire army of lemmings could crack it. I am building the Fort Knox of fridges. Behold my masterpiece. To open this thing, you need my eyeball for a retinal scan, you need my voice print, you need my special key card, and just for good measure, you have to answer a quiz question on the migratory patterns of Chinook salmon. Yeah, let's see 'em try now. My completely ridiculous machine is a perfect, if maybe slightly over the top example of what's called multi-factor authentication, or MFA for short. It works by combining different kinds of proof. Something you are, like a fingerprint, something you have, like a key card, and something you know, like, well, salmon facts. And it worked. It actually worked. Victory! The lemmings were completely baffled. They couldn't copy my eyeball, they couldn't perfectly mimic my majestic roar, and they definitely didn't have my key card. My chocolate spread was finally truly safe. So I was sitting back, just basking in the glory of my success, when a new, completely unforeseen problem showed up. My fortress was perfect. Maybe a little too perfect. Security, it turns out, can create its own set of problems.
I got so thirsty all of a sudden, and my water bottle was trapped inside my impenetrable fridge. I was way too comfortable on the couch to go through the whole security song and dance myself. I needed to send a lemming to go get it for me. But how could they possibly get in? And how could I trust them to only get the water? And this introduces a super critical new concept: authorization. See, authentication is about proving who you are. Authorization is about what you're allowed to do once you're already inside. I need a way to let just one lemming in, authenticate them, but only give them permission to get the water, not the chocolate spread. You know, this whole ordeal has taught me a really valuable lesson. It's not about building the biggest, most complicated lock you can imagine. It's really about finding the right balance between protecting what's important and, actually being able to live your life. I mean, this really spells out the trade-off, doesn't it? My simple padlock was super easy to use, but the security was pretty low. Fine for a personal diary, maybe. My ultimate contraption: maximum security, but what a huge pain. The lesson here is you have to match the tool to the task. And that's the real key. The best security isn't some one-size-fits-all thing. It's about understanding what you're protecting. Is it the chocolate spread, the water, the salmon? And then applying the right level of security to each specific thing. It's all about making smart choices.
And that brings me to you. I want you to think about your own digital life for a second. Your emails, your photos, your bank accounts. Each one of those is like a different jar in your own digital fridge. So are you using a simple padlock where you really should be using a multi-factor contraption? It's definitely something we're thinking about.